Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where we celebrate what's good about Fresno, the whole valley, the whole state, the whole country for that matter. We celebrate what good things that are going on, and we're bringing things to you that you should know about that are going on around you in real estate and books and art, and most of all, one of our favorite categories to talk about is health. We've asked a health expert in, Darren Long with Blackmp Living Water. Welcome, Darren.
Thanks, Mike. Good to see you
Welcome
again.
back.
It's been
You
a
come
while.
here all the time.
It's all right.
I used to take this. Is it still the thing? I take a little powder, put it in water, and shake it up, and I drink it?
Yep.
What a difference that made.
Oh, big time. And we're doing concentrates now. We're really up the line. We're the pioneers of what goes into these things now. We started this, and now I'm seeing a lot of knockoffs, so that means we're doing something right.
People are trying to copy.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me the whole breadth of what you're doing. You have some exciting things, NFL alumni.
Yeah, well, we were under contract with the NFL alumni. There's a lot of my buddies. That's where it really started because they were very sick and disease, and I'm talking about in the late 70s, early, mid, and late 80s. And a lot of lives have been changed because of this. And it started with my wife and myself, and my son DJ and my other kids really helped put this together when we were sick way back. And our lives have changed since then, and so has many people by taking this. And it's very simple, and you don't want to hear about, that's out there. People kind of keep secrets from you. And we're bringing them out, and we'd love to talk more, even in later shows, about bioengineered foods and what they're doing and how to overcome that and what to look for.
We talked before we came on the air about doctors. I said, doctors aren't telling me, eat this, consume this, you need to get this in your body. It just come in, they write me a bill, and they say, see you next time.
See you next time. It's a Band-Aid. A lot of it's Band-Aid. There's some good doctors out there that will call me and find out what the heck this is. I'm talking about from skin issues to prostate cancers and stuff. We never say that this product is a cure for cancer. There is no medication or natural products, cures for cancer. What this does is put the right stuff in your gut. We call it gut health. I always tell people there's only two things you're going to get in your gut. It's going to be health or disease. That's it. You got to put the right stuff in there, and even though people are sick and bad, pretty much bad off, especially football players, and I played in the NFL for a little while, and that's what caused a lot of damage for me. But it can reverse it. So if you put the right stuff in the right place, watch what happens.
Now this is literally black water.
Yeah, and some people, they kind of balk at, okay, it's black, and all you got to say is, hey, do you drink coffee or do you drink Pepsi?
Black.
And oh yeah, okay,
pretty black.
First time anybody ever gets, they'll smell it, then they'll taste it. Oh, it tastes just like water. It tastes just like water. Sometimes there's a little earthy taste, and what we found out is if they get that when the first time they drink it, that's because they're low in minerals. After a few drinks, they don't taste it anymore.
I always told my kids their whole life, just try this thing 3 different times, broccoli 3 times, and you'll see you'll like it from then on. So, but what is it? It's
humic and fulvic acids. Why they called it acids, we really don't know. But the reason they say why it was called fulvic and humic acid is because it works in an environment, whether it's pH or it's acidic. Okay. So they just put acid. It's not an acid at all. Right. It's just full of minerals. It's full of nutrients. We've been really upping the game since, I think it was 2014 or 15, we were in here talking about it. We're adding vitamins to it. We're into a whole new realm of anti-aging, hydration, and cell repair, mitochondria repair, and DNA repair. And that's what we're doing with a new thing called NMN, which is nicotamides mononucleotides that we're starting to get into it. We actually have a company that I started with a brilliant scientist named Dr. Lawton Tang. He's out of Pasadena. He's one of the world-famous surgeons as well, but this guy's got several PhDs in biochemistry and coding and different things with health. And it fascinated him, and then we started blending and doing some clinical trials and seeing what's good. And when we started adding vitamins and the nicotamides, we got a whole new level of health. And some of the best information you get is a podcast by David Sinclair. He's one of the top in the country for learning about new and upcoming technology and science, which 5 years ago it's a whole new level of research now, and now we're getting the AIs coming out. You know, the artificial intelligence, bringing it to a whole new level too for research.
Well, what's this going to do for you?
Okay, so there's two different types of molecules in there. One is it's called fulvic acid, which is really yellow, and that is it has three types of I guess you would say it's a cleansing of the cell, number one. Number two, it delivers nutrients.
Okay.
And number three, it helps get viruses off as well as humic acids. And when you're the black, which is humic acid, it's a hydration. It's a very large molecule, and it's a nano-sized molecule, so it does get in the brain, so it cleanses your brain as well, and it also hydrates all your organs in your brain. And if you would test anybody out there, probably 90% of people right now will test acidic, and they can go to our website and look at some of the videos, what it looks like when you're acidic, how your blood, it'll actually run through your veins like honey. It wears you out.
Yeah.
And then your fulvic acid, it'll push, but it also, I think it's probably one of the best cleansing molecule in the world. And that's what it does. And its other role, again, is it'll deliver the nutrients. So that helps deliver these nutrients right into the cell as it's cleansing.
I've read about that. You can take all the nutrients you want, but if you can't get them into the cell, it
It's
doesn't do you
worthless.
any good. Yeah.
And you have to have different types of vitamins and enzymes, which these have, to make them all work together. If you're lacking in certain minerals, which this is full of minerals, you're getting everything you need. A lot of this you're seeing now, I always call it fraud water, but a lot of water that is BPA, which is bisoprolol A, which is now the FDA saying even kids can't drink it, but I think they're trying to get rid of it because it is toxic. But anytime you're getting hydrated, you're seeing stuff that had pH of 9, pH of 10, 9.5, or whatever. Look on the bottle, and you'll see maybe 2 minerals, possibly 3.
That's what I
all
was
you
going to
got.
ask you. Can't I get all the minerals I need just drinking water?
Nope, only through that.
Only
Unless
through
you're
that.
in a high altitude. Hey, you can go to the glaciers and pull out the best water in the world there, too, because it's full of minerals. But what they do, and a lot of the water that they put in bottles is municipal water, so they have to filter it, and they have to carbonate and get it all
Take
the
everything
stuff
out
out.
of
They
it,
have to chlorinate it and get it out. And then they have to add it'll be a calcium bicarbonate or a calcium chloride. It'll be maybe a selenium sulfate, whatever it takes. That's what they'll manipulate the pH with. But that's it. I call it worthless water because it is.
I don't want to say the brand, but I buy a pretty expensive water, and I'm thirsty. I'm still thirsty all the time. It's
That's
not good.
because minerals. You know, it's so funny. I tell this people, every year I go to the phlebotomist or I go get my blood tested just to see where I'm at with vitamins and everything's working and the minerals as well. It takes out 9 vials. The last time I went, when they took the phlebotomist and started pulling the blood out, after he's done, he goes, I've been doing this over 30 years, and I have never seen blood come out like yours. Usually I have to poke 4, 5, 6 times to get what I need, and the blood's thick. And he goes, why is your blood so thin? I go, it's fulvic and humic acids I take. So that tells you, there's a machine that we use, which is a $12 million medical machine. It'll show you what acidic blood looks like I said earlier, and what pH, good pH blood, which is only a point and a half, will make that much difference from honey to water.
Well, who should be taking this? Who should be consuming
Everybody. We originally started out with USA Wrestling here. A really good friend of mine is Rob Valerio, who runs USA Wrestling. We're talking about all these kids from 5 years old on up. There was an epidemic of type 2 diabetes, and it's drinking sports drinks all day long because these tournaments may be 12, 14 hours sometimes, and that's all they're drinking. And they get that spike, and they're down, up and down, up and down. Pretty soon that could cause diabetes along with some of your diet. And maybe on the next show we talk about bioengineered food and get away from it as fast as you can because that causes insulin resistance. What's really neat.
Do they have to put that on the package?
What's that?
The GMO or whatever?
In California they do, but a lot of states they are not required. So I got to give a kudos for California for making it put it on there. This all started about a year ago. I like Best Foods mayonnaise. I'm going to just tell you, I like it. And it had a weird taste on the one I bought, so I took it back, got another one, brought it back, and I go, this does not taste like it used to. So I looked on the back of it, it said bioengineered ingredients. I go, okay. And then I went to the store, and you can't find a cookie, a candy, cereal. I mean, it's in everything now. And get away from that stuff. Bioengineered foods is bad for you. Your body doesn't know what to do with it, so it's going to put it right where it's hard to get rid of. And that's what they call, now the new name is insulin resistant.
It's insulin resistant. Well, we're about out of time, but tell me what the protocol is here. How does somebody get it?
Hey, they can go to our website. You know what? If they put in your talk show, we'll throw a 20% discount off of it, even our discount. We're doing some special promotions now. But I always tell people, try it for 30 days. We'll give you your money back. If you don't feel it, if you don't see a difference in what it does, everybody that has some type of an ailment, disease, or sickness, this stuff is amazing. There's so much research on humic acids and anti-pathogen, which is viruses and bad bacteria. The only thing that doesn't do is kill salmonella or E. coli, but it stops it and it allows your body to raise up its immune system to get rid of it, because that's one of the two things you don't want in your body.
So if they go to blackmp.com,
yeah, they can look at it.
Can they read up on all this?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and anytime if they want to call, there's a number too. If they want to get on the website, they get the number and call Daniel. He's my youngest, and he is fabulous. He's very educated in this, and he can send out information that they can see.
Yeah, you got to learn about this. I'm going to go learn about it because you're saying a lot. I want to understand it makes a lot of sense.
And it's cheap. It's cheap too. It's very cheap. This will cost you $3 in the store. You can make 120 out of this.
Okay.
So that's how it's not that expensive.
A couple bucks.
Yeah.
Would this be a one day like? I buy a bottle
I always
of water?
tell people the best time to take it first thing when you get up and before you go to bed. When you wake up, you will feel hydrated. Yeah. There's nothing like it.
I tell you, I got these days I just can't. Thirsty, and I'm drinking all this water. It's not going anywhere.
Well, you can Google up just fulvic acids alone on Google search. It'll tell you that fulvic acid produces what they call ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which gives you energy. And I always tell people it's like you're talking on your phone all day long and it's plugged in. Yeah. And then when you just go to bed, that's the difference.
Nice. So, Darren Long is our guest. Blackmp Living Water. Go to their website, blackmp.com. Call him. Who's Daniel? Daniel, right?
Daniel's he's always there. He'll talk with you.
559-909-4030. Hey, mention Central Valley Talk. Maybe they'll give you an extra little deal.
Yep, 20% off. They mention that.
Appreciate that very much. All right, well, we want you back in a couple of weeks. We'll talk about
let's do it. I'd love to do it.
Blackmp, Black Living Water, Blackmp Living Water. We're going to talk more to Darren about this as weeks go by. We'll be back with more right after this.